Optic retires in the pits, maybe saving a set of tires. He doesn't think anybody's gonna go quicker. Will it be challenged? Obviously. But he is calling it quits for now, wants to save a set of softs. Here comes Spicy, though. He's going for the 15s. He's got the 16-0. He will improve by 5/10, but it won't be enough. And he is done with qualia at a 16-0 in 7th place. So, not going to be an ideal lap for him. Optic, the only one not setting another lap right now. Low plays isn't either. Even Reimer's gone back out, looking to challenge his teammate. But Zaidu having a lot better battery management through here. He actually doesn't fully go through the corner. He's going to lose a bit of time because he didn't get to carry momentum through there. It's going to be a 16-3 up to P9 for Zaidu. Savage getting out of the way. He knows he's got to get to that line. He's got a lot of time, 30 seconds. ABJ really sent that car around the corners. Hasn't been in a Div 1 race in a very hot minute. He's looking to set a 16 right now. And it's a 16-3, so he'll only go to P10. And Squirrel now looking for an improvement. He actually doesn't even have a time on the board. It's going to be a 17. It's a 16-7. So not a great lap from Squirrel, but also a little bit of a, like a little dusting pan, trying to dust off some of that rust. Ethan Turfy is next. Then it'll be Mac and Cheese. Mr. Mac. Spicy Little plays P7, P8. Ethan Turfy really trying to wrangle the car, trying to get an improvement. Can he get Savage? Can he get Reimer? Up to the line. It will be an improvement. P4. Here comes Mac. He'll go higher. Here comes Reimer up to the line. He does not find any improvement. He'll stay P3. Here comes Mr. Savage AF. So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 all locked out. Can Savage respond? Can he find time? He will. He'll get his P4 back from Ethan Turfy. Can Bard break his way into the top 5? He will not. He had a 3/10 improvement, but can't get anywhere. Does AVJ have anything? No, he's all done. He's got no gas in the fuel tank. Him and Doctor will bring into the pits, and that will be our qualifying. But here we go. Melbourne Division 1 Season 5 is 5 red lights. And away we go. And we are racing once again. Doctor getting a worse start, and Reimer's immediately going to challenge him. Around the outside. Reimer immediately getting a 3-second warning. You got a triple warning into turn 1. Little plays making moves early, but Reimer getting a 3-second warning off of turn 1. So a little bit of a bug, a little bit of a glitch. I'm sure he'll submit that as a ticket, but we're looking a little further back. McLaren's in a wall! Big damage to ABJ from the Ferrari. I think it was Mac and Cheese. I'm not too sure, but I mean, brutal start. And Savage and Bard are already split by a second. Zaidu moving up into P10. Squirrel's made 3 places, and he's got a Ben Formula hot on his trail. Ben Formula making a move, trying to look around the outside of Zaidu. It's gonna go inside, outside, and oh, the big contact! And Zaidu gets the worst of it. And Ben keeps chugging forward. ABJ, both McLarens don't have wing damage, and with Reimer just sitting pretty behind as well as Savage, so those two not really having a care in the world about who's leading the race. But Doctor and Optic going back and forth profusely. And low plays, 3-second time penalty. As Joshy's back, and he's got Zaidu ahead of him, so them two race in Div 1 or Div 2 together. They'll be meeting, and Dr. Comic sends it down the inside. And Reimer gets a free move on Optic. Has the DRS, and here comes Savage. So Optic losing 3 places. Reimer down the inside of Doctor. Doctor being really aggressive. Savage losing the car. Nearly hitting Optic. And Savage has to back out. Optic took some precaution, but the car ghosted, and Reimer has to give up the spot to Doctor. Doctor had more momentum. And what a few couple of corners we had there. Got really scary. And we almost had the bottle job. Do the bottle job. Optic's close. Optic pulls the plug. He says, Doctor's pitting. I have to cover that. So he overcuts gets into the pit. Savage follows, so does Bard. So a lot of guys following. And Spicy is now in clean air, 2.5 behind Reimer. And where will this put Docta? Docta, did he fight anybody? Doesn't seem to be. Will he beat the Alpine out of the pits? It's gonna be close, and he'll get the move done. Docta ahead of Optic. Optic ahead of Savage. And Lil Plays takes over Bard Tsunami. And Lil Plays immediately looking to fight Savage on these brand new hard tires. But we'll just sit back. The tire wear is going to be better for Savage. They might be a little bit cold, but he'll be A-okay in the long run. Back in it, and then brings ABJ, Lil Plays, and Zaidu back into this. But he's going. Go, 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 says the Ferrari pit while he's out and away. And Optic gets an amazing launch. Doesn't fool him out 1%. And Optic, amazing restart. The Alpine driver on the better tire wear. We're going to take a look at that. 3-lap difference for everybody but Ethan Turfy on your current leader. We'll take a little further look back. Mac and Cheese starting to get real close. Oh, he actually touched the grass. We got a little glimpse of that. I wasn't sure how true it was. Mac and Cheese getting a little touch on the grass. He'll follow in right behind ABJ. Spicy gets a 3-second. So a lot of triple warnings here today. We're going to be very lenient with the FIA. And here comes Optic. No DRS. Just pure pace. And he's just going to run up to the back of him. Docta's going to sit very close behind, burning his battery to catch up. Savage. Everybody really burning battery besides Optic. Optic and Spicy not really doing too much, but here he comes. Optic down the inside of Spicy. Gets the move done. And then Savage and Bard side by side, these two. As long as they're very spatially aware, it'll be okay. And Savage keeps the position. Down the inside goes Bard. And he has to back out very subtly, but that'll give Reimer a great opportunity here, as the battery difference is going to be almost double for Reimer. ABJ with battery gets ahead of Squirrel. Lil Plays. Oh, looking for a move. Gotta get it done. ABJ, I think, touched the grass. Almost lost the car. And there goes Lil Plays down the inside. And he'll get the move done. ABJ touching a little bit too much grass for maybe his liking. And that'll be a move done. As Savage, he's got the run even before DRS is on. He'll get the move done on Spicy. Can Bard react? Bard needs to react, needs to respond. Him and Reimer really poor with their battery right now. And Reimer was very high hopes earlier on. Now stuck behind all this traffic. Savage getting ahead of Spicy. Spicy going off the track. And now Bard will slot into P4. What can Reimer do to respond? Docta, now, he's here. He's with Optic. The tire difference is hard to medium. So Optic, Reimer down the inside of Spicy. He'll get the move done somehow. He slots in right at it. And Ethan Turfy's looking for a move too. He's got a better run than both of them. And Optic gets past. Oh, off the track. Docta forcing Optic off the track. Wasn't too entirely sure on what happened, but those two are not going to be very happy. This is going to bring Savage potentially back into contention here. But it's mediums versus hards. Who can make them run quicker to the end is pretty much the goal. Optic surely should have a little bit more in his tires down to the end than Docta, but Docta's tires will be better as these laps go on more and more, and the more they fight. Here goes Optic back into the lead. Savage not having DRS. Bard's gonna get a free move. He's got no battery though, so this might be a problem. And Reimer is starting to hone in. Optic and Docta fighting once again. These two going side by side. Here comes Docta though. Has to sit behind. Has the DRS. It's the final lap of the race. Bard Tsunami, he's going to look for positions. He's going to look for places. Docta is going to try to move ahead of Optic. He's trying to force the tires. Oh, he nearly gets squeezed off the track, and Optic just stays ahead for the time being. He's really pushing him though. Really pushing Optic. Has to sit on the brakes just a little bit. But Optic's got more momentum because he's pushed. Docta's pushed all his momentum into him. Here comes Reimer. He's on the back of Savage. Lil Plays gets a 3-second. Reimer, is he going to look for a move? I'm not too sure quite yet, but here comes Docta looking for a move on Optic. Doctor has to try for it, can't do it, no room. He's run out of track. He's got DRS, but no battery. So neither does Optic. This is gonna be so close. Bard looking for a move. Savage looking for a move. They're off the track. Doctor's race ruined by Bard. Reimer up to P4. Savage up to P3. Reimer looking for a move around the outside of Savage. It could potentially be a 1-2 for Alpine if Reimer's penalty is not legit. Ethan Turfy will come across the line in P4. And Dr. Comic gets absolutely pushed off the track. But what a race.